Hey y'all, welcome back to Setting with Ashley. I'm Ashley. This is Collective Coffee. I haven't really been wanting to do collective coffees because this shit's overwhelming. I'd like to stay in a different vibration, but I don't even know what the admin is doing, but I do know we're gonna focus on the people, right? Like the fight back. The one great thing about having an evil dictatorship come into power is that people resist. It's literally the only good thing. Today, I think we should focus on the national park situation. So, let me get some info because I've been seeing it, but I haven't really been. Also, we're gonna start doing a new project. I'm almost done with the Mindful Mama and the Action Activation, so I need to we've got 3 days left of that one. So anyway, we're going to be doing a new project, and I think we'll just start it off with this Collective Coffee, hashtag Collective Comrades, where every day I'm going to give you someone around the world who, and their like information socially, so you can find them, and what they are doing to fight back against these systems. So today we're going to start with the Alt National Park Service. There it is right there, on Instagram. They are calling themselves the official resistance team of the United States National Park Service. So there have been a couple of thousand layoffs of the national parks, rangers, and staff, and funding is being pulled from the national parks. Fired and let go. All right. Okay, let's Wikipedia how many. The United States has 63 national parks, which are congressionally designated protected areas operated by the National Park Service, an agency of the Department of the Interior. National parks are designated for their natural beauty, unique geological features, diverse ecosystems, and recreational opportunities, typically because some of the outstanding scenic feature, blah, 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 blah. My family, when my dad was alive, he was my sister and I used to call it going to the brown signs. If you've never been to a national park, I actually have my passport right here. If you've never been to the national parks, they are on the highways. They are the brown signs. And so I think this is a really important conversation. Hopefully this one's mine, but I guarantee you it's probably Niall's. Oh, good, it is mine. I've had this since I was very young, obviously. Look at that handwriting. And I would love to share some of the places that I have been because, like I said, this is a passport to the national parks. And we used to road trip out west like every year for vacation. I grew up in Wisconsin. I don't like how this got squished, but oh well. So you get stamps for every national park you've been to. Rocky Mountain Regional Stamp, Devil's Tower. I've been to a lot. And there's a lot I haven't been to. We did the caves in, what was that, Kentucky? San Antonio Missions, 90s. What else? The Minnesota Jefferson National Expansion, the Arch in Missouri. I was in like 8th grade when we did that. We went on a ride in that thing. It was so fucking scary and do not recommend. It is janky as fuck. Anyway, where are the caves? Because those are pretty cool. We went to the Crystal Cave. I live right by the Petrified Forest National Park, as well as, is the crater, the crater, I think the crater is, Clarkdale, Arizona. It's funny, I just lived close to that a couple years ago. So obviously my parents were big Arizona people. Arizona, Colorado. My dad loved out west. So anyway, this was like a huge part of my upbringing, and learning about this land. Camp Verde, Flagstaff. Oh yeah, the crater, Walnut Canyon, Wapatki. I don't think I'm saying that right. National Monument, Grand Canyon, Hubble Trading Post, Petrified Forest. This was in '98 that we were out here doing that. And now I live here. So this was, my dad loved this area. He loved Arizona so much. Petrified Forest, Painted Desert, Tuesday Gute, it's in Clarkdale. Niall and I lived in Cottonwood, which is pretty close to Clarkdale. We used to drive in Clarkdale, just like hang out in the air conditioning in our car. But anyway, national parks. Niall has one too. I think the only one that he has is the Petrified Forest. That's where we got his a few years ago. Oh yeah, he doesn't have shit in his. God damn it, I gotta do a mom job. I haven't even done the little pictures like mine has. But these may be ancient artifacts at this point, because he's pulling the funding, he or Elon Musk's. Little Bighorn Battlefield. Oh, here are the caves. The Badlands National Park. Oh, isn't that in Dakotas? Yeah, Jewel Cave. It's in South Dakota. Where were the ones from, where my mom took us to Crystal Cave. Hang on, let me get to the region. Anyway, this was a huge, why didn't we do any of the Midwest? We literally lived in the Midwest for like over 20 years. Oh, here they are. Mammoth Cave, Abraham Lincoln's birthplace, Stones River, Stone Mountain in Georgia, I believe, is a national park. My grandparents used to live right across the street from there. I grew up playing on the fucking flat rocks. They had a creek in their backyard too. So anyway, if you have no appreciation for land, this probably isn't the one for you. But the national parks are being taken, I guess. So today's collective comrade is going to be the alt. Their handle on Instagram is alt. Hang on, I got out of Instagram. I don't know the super facts around this. All I know is that there's importance of this land and parks being preserved. There's been a lot of conspiracies about tunnel systems within the national parks, that people draw a parallel to human trafficking or even like feral humans, whatever. Point being is that it's a lot of safe land for wildlife. It is a place of, it's something that we need to preserve, right? Hang on, what is the... Okay, Alt National Park Service is the handle. I don't know what all they have. I know they have an Instagram. I think they have a TikTok too. Because there's a whole TikTok thing going on, where people are talking about like the body counts at each of the parks, and they're kind of like it's a cute little competition for like, oh, this many people did it here. I don't fucking know. I'm not participating. I'm just seeing it and reposting because I think it's cute and important. So anyway, that's how you stay in your lane. Sorry, I'm going on TikTok now because I'm bored here. I'm not bored. But yeah, I think that when we think about land, even if you've never been to these places, they are there for you. The importance of having federally protected land in a country that stole land is ironic, yes, first and foremost. Downright not okay. And I want us to think about the land back movement, the indigenous efforts and organizing and movement around protecting the land. Um, there's a John Locke in the 1600s was the one who decided that privatization of land would be a great idea. And that is what has happened. The land doesn't need anyone owning it, it needs stewardship. And I think that's a really important distinction to make. I myself am now a landowner, but I have no intention of keeping that deed in my name. Um, but it is right now. But as far as land back efforts, I have every intention of giving that land to who it belongs to. But in this moment, I'm going to cock block any efforts by keeping that land and making sure that I've been offered lots of money. Well, not lots of money at all. I've been offered like $600 for that land, but now there's a septic tank on it, so the value of my land is a lot more. And so there's this woman who keeps sending me letters. Her name is Chris, with a K, like the Kardashians. And I haven't received a letter since I've lived here. I don't know if they have my address, but when I was in Cottonwood, I received several letters that they wanted to buy my land that I had in this area. And not like this area, but like pretty close area. Anyway, but again, it's not even my land to sell and buy. I just bought it because I needed a place to go. My son is out of the bath. Are you sure? Why don't you get back in? Hang out for a little bit. Get back in. There you go. Go swimming. So today, our collective comrade is the Alt National Park Service. Follow them to stay up on this information. I know I didn't do a very good job of sharing information at all here. But it is important that we protect the land and the beings who rely on that land, which, again, we need to get out of. Go watch the Daily Decolonizing Self video. I think it's the very first one in the Daily Decolonizing list, perhaps the second. But that talks a lot about how humans need to stop pretending like they are not a part of nature, which is essentially the backbone of land back and of stewardship versus ownership. We need clean air, we need clean water, we need animals and their part within the ecosystem. Our survival depends on that. So this is an important thing to pay attention to. Also, go ahead and get yourself one of these if it's still a thing, and go admire it. And when you go to these parks, learn about the original peoples of the area as well. And that will help you with your understanding of self, especially if you come from colonial lineage. But yeah, where did my family get these little thingies? They must have. I'm gonna have to go to the petrified forest and see if I can find these things. They're like laminated and everything. All these little pictures. Yeah. It's a sad day when we don't protect life. And that's all life forms. So do what you can to participate in this resistance. And I'll be back tomorrow with our next collective comrade. It's going to be on the shorts. And we will start that project, and we will build our global network of people resisting. And please follow all of these efforts and, be a part of the resistance. Because have you watched the Lorax? Do you want to live like that? Plastic. Okay, I'm gonna let you go. Have a good one.